So it's been a while since my last video. I mean, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, it has. Honestly, I do not have a valid excuse for why I stopped making videos. I would like to say school, which does have a part to play as a full-time university student, but I was on vacation for over 3 months and I still posted nothing. So there's that. Anyways, at the beginning of the year, I was so certain I would remain consistent and that I would reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, even though I didn't hit 1,000 at the point in time. But I think it's important to dream big. But here I am, stuck at 427, and we're in October, approaching November. Yay. So don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly grateful to all of you that have stuck around and know of my existence, but I've been holding myself back, honestly, and there's two reasons why I didn't produce any content. And that is one, the bane to artist existence. I'm not talking about line art, but perfectionism. And while I can't speak on that, there's a lot more videos out there and I can elaborate on this topic way better than I can. But aside from that, the main reason is feeling lost. Now, this has been more of a recurring feeling in my life the last few months, and it's still kind of new to me. I don't know if any of you can relate, but I've always been someone with a plan, have an idea and a direction of where I'm heading. And while I do still to some degree, the road ahead doesn't look as clear as it used to be. And being a small fish in this big ocean that is YouTube, surrounded by other creators who seem to have it all figured out, it has added to my feelings of being lost. And I did some research. I noticed that no one really has spoken about feeling lost as an artist, not that much. Like what to do when you aren't sure what direction to go in, or if you have no idea where you're heading, or even why we feel this way sometimes. I think there are three main reasons that contribute to these feelings of being lost as an artist. And these are: one, social media; two, your reason for creating; and three, goals. First is social media. Now, I don't think I need to tell you what effect social media can have on your mental health or your art. But with social media comes this lovely thing called social comparison. And I'm going to flex my psych knowledge on you guys and just let you know that we always compare ourselves, right? It's just within our nature. We can't stop it. We always compare ourselves, and we either engage in upward social comparison, so we look at people that are better than us to improve ourselves, or we compare ourselves in downward social comparison, where we look at someone we deem worse than us so we feel better about ourselves. So it's no surprise we compare ourselves, and we all know we shouldn't, but we do, because oftentimes, as I was saying, it's a form of inspiration or motivation, like for upward social comparison. And many content creators talk about don't compare yourself, focus on your own stuff, focus on your own journey, but it is sometimes easier said than done, especially when you're surrounded by individuals who seem way further ahead than you. With me, for instance, I started taking art seriously about 2 years ago, and while I have seen major improvement, I'm still scared to create. I've allowed myself to be stuck in improvement purgatory. I'm afraid of getting criticized about my art and that it needs to be perfect. I need to be better, and then I'll be good enough. Then I can post on social media, and then I'll get the viewership I want. And to be honest, I don't think you'll ever feel good enough. I think every artist can see flaws in their work. And it also is very frustrating when you put your heart and soul into something and you post it on social media and you get like 5 likes. I'm grateful for those 5 people that liked it, but I think as artists, you just want that recognition and that validation. You want to know that it's not a waste of time. You want to know that your art matters, and it does. But social media is not a reflection of real life. All these artists online seem to know where they are heading, whether they want to be a character designer, a manga artist, a webtoon artist, go into animation, concept art. And I'm here bombarded by all these options, and it can get very overwhelming. Overstimulation has a major part to play in this. I will say that this is where you learn how to dissociate and channel back your energy back into yourself. There's so many artists who have thousands, even millions of followers on Instagram, X, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever. And while they are grateful that people love their work, people support them, they often speak about how they had to learn how to dissociate themselves from social media, and that their presence online does not make them who they are as an artist. And Cure Bits actually did a video on this, on how social media and mindless distraction can stop you from creating what you want to tell the world. I think everyone should watch that video because it really does highlight why social media can affect your feelings of being lost through overstimulation. But anyways, don't let social media be the end and be all. It is a tool, yes. There's nothing wrong with wanting validation for your art or sharing your art with the world. You definitely should. But don't put it so high up on a pedestal when you are the one that deserves to be on the pedestal. Why do you create? I think this is a common question we as artists have to continuously ask and remind ourselves of the answer. Since there are so many times we get frustrated with art, we may feel like giving up or we aren't good enough, and I think that just comes with the territory of being a creative. Most of us, we loved art from a young age, and we started to draw because we loved what we created. And if we look back now, we're like, yikes, I drew that. But you liked it at the point in time because it wasn't about the technical skills. It was just about having fun. We have to remember that. Why did you even start drawing in the first place? Why did you have so much fun? Remember that. Focus on your own craft. And that reminds me of this post I saw on Instagram, and I saved it, and I'm gonna read it to you guys, and I'll put the screenshot of it here, which is: think only about your art. Focus on your craft and be like a stone, impervious to the winds of uncertainty. Let nothing distract you from turning your goals into reality. Put your energy and effort into the pursuit of your dreams, regardless of the obstacles or stumbling blocks that stand in your way. Tune out the noise of the world and allow yourself to be consumed by the passion of your craft. Forget everything else and concentrate on the task in front of you. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it in the end. Don't be afraid to take risks, to delve into the unknown, to challenge yourself. Explore the boundaries of your craft, expand your horizons, and reach new heights. The greatest success comes to those who are unafraid to dream big, to take risks, and to remain dedicated to the pursuit of their goals. The reward for all your hard work will come in due time. So stay focused and stay determined. If you always remember why you started in the first place, you'll never really truly feel lost because you can always go back to that feeling. Go back to the thing that brought you joy as a child. Make your younger self happy. That brings me to my last point, which are goals. Goals are a sure way of helping you combat your feelings of lostness. But of course, you might be thinking, if I'm lost, how do I know what goals to set? And that's a good question. The answer is to just start somewhere. Okay, I know that's a bit vague, but let me explain. If you feel overwhelmed or confused as to what to do with your art, make a list of everything you can possibly think of that you're interested in. Even if you aren't interested as well, put it on the list. And then choose one and have a 2-week free trial. So you know when a company wants you to try their product and so you can buy it, you have a free trial, like those sponsorships for Skillshare? Yeah, it's the same with art. Whatever you choose, stick to it for 2 weeks, and if it interests you, continue. If not, move on to something else. I specifically said to include areas that you may not be interested in, solely because we might have an idea of something until we try it for ourselves. It's always better to get experience firsthand, and then you can make a decision or a judgment. That brings me to the end of this video. I don't know if this was helpful at all. I hope it was, and my goal and my aim is to create more from now on and do my best not to care if people watch it or not, and just keep moving forward. Yes, your art may not be perfect, but you can improve. Improvement is not linear. Here is a wonderful representation of what improvement is like. I relate so much. Please know that the world deserves to see your art, and if those people you admire and inspire you so much didn't choose to create, think about what the world would be missing. You deserve to be a part of that too. Okay, until next time, cuties. Bye bye.